600 boy, LA man, LA Capone man, get in tune man. OC2 boys man.
Number 9 man, number 9 shooter, you hear me?
Black TV, bro.
OC up Nunu, man. You know how we rockin', man.
Yo, this was an honor. I gotta say this, but before we even start off, man, you know what I'm saying? I saw you before on Zach TV, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really formally meet you, you know what I'm saying? I saw a movie, I think every black person in America saw this movie based out of Harlem, New York, called Paid in Full. You saw that shit, right?
Yeah, I seen that shit. I've seen that shit a million times, man.
Million times. And you kind of look like one of the characters that's actually from that movie, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Cameron played my father.
Hold on, my nigga. So you saying your father is the great late Alpo?
Yeah, that's my father.
Like blood?
It's my father, bro.
That's
wow.
Do you feel that's big shoes to walk in, or how was that growing up, knowing Alpo was your father?
I didn't know growing up. For me, it was like more like towards the time when the movie came out, people started looking at me strange. Like paternity of who my real father is started to become in question. Like I grew up in a whole nother family, like thinking that a whole nother dude was my pops, you feel me? And until the heat started really getting like crazy, when I started asking questions, you know what I mean? Like my family basically broke the news to me like that. So I grew up like not knowing like really nothing, you feel me? Like I was getting to the bad, you feel me? My mom was in the streets. She was gangbanging and shit,
So when you say she was gangbanging, what set was she?
She was blood.
Yeah,
she
wow.
was like one of the first bloods in New York.
Get out of here.
Yeah, in the 90s and shit. And my little brothers and them was in the struggle.
So did that automatically insert you into the gang culture in New York?
Shit. I mean, shit, it was right there in my house. It was in my crib, like the parties, the meetings, I'm seeing people coming in and out, slashed, shot. Like, I seen all that as a kid, walking the dog and seeing older niggas that I grew up with and shit getting shot right in front of me, stepping over dead bodies, taking my little brothers to school and shit.
Wow.
I grew up in the Bronx, you feel me? So it's like, you know, when I left Harlem and moved to Webster, it was like Webster Projects on 169. Anybody know anything about the 1200 side, bro? It was like bodies and all that was just blood all over the mailbox and stepping over niggas and shit. You feel me? Bloody t-shirts in the garbage and shit.
So growing up in New York, what was the hardest part about it? Was it just the gang culture or just everyday life, man?
The hardest part about growing up in New York was just finding your identity, like figuring out where you belong, like, cause I grew up like in like the Hispanic heritage. All my friends was Puerto Ricans and Dominicans as I was growing up until like maybe junior high school. When I joined the gang, when I turned blood, it was like, that's when I started really like fucking with like black niggas and shit. Not to say black niggas.
Nah.
You feel me? Like people that's black.
So but you look black. You not black?
Nah, Puerto Rican, Dominican, and a little bit of West Indian, I think.
So how everybody in New York look black, man? Or is it just ain't no black, it's just a culture?
I mean, shit. It's a whole bunch of Dominicans that's my complexion that all over. Like, you feel me? They call us like they call me what they used to call my pops, negro. You feel me? Like it's like a black Spanish kid.
Wow.
Like yeah.
That's crazy.
Like all the Spanish people know I'm Spanish. But the black people, you know, they think I'm black. I mean, I am black according to genetics, but you understand what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. So do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás?
Tranquilo, loco.
What? ¿Cómo te llamas? Wow, this is crazy, man. So wow.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? I got yelled at enough.
Wow, that's crazy. Now let's flip it to the street side. So you say you didn't know Alpo was your pops?
No, I didn't. I thought that some other nigga was my pops.
What age was it when you found out?
Really, when my step pops, who I thought was my pops. We got into a physical altercation, and the way he dealt with me, I'm gonna just say it like the way he dealt with me showed me physically that couldn't have been my father. And then for him to say it verbally during the incident, it just made me wonder. You feel me? So that's when I started to really like investigate this whole shit, because a lot of people growing up with me, they look at me and say, shit, I knew this nigga my whole life. That ain't that nigga father, you feel me? This is that nigga father. And there's people who already knew who I was, that already know what it is, that just, I guess, kind of must have kept that secret because of the backlash that comes with being who I am, you feel me?
Real talk, real talk. So when they start telling you like, man, yeah, Alpo son,
yeah,
how did you react?
I mean, it wasn't really nothing to me, because at that time I was already in the streets. I was already busting my gun, and I already did my first bid. Like, I was already in the streets off my own name. Like, you feel me? Like, back then, like, I started off, like I said, gangbanging, from making my own little cliques to becoming an actual blood gang member, to actually being a rebel blood gang member and starting being a part of like the establishment of a New York gang, an actual gang that started in New York, YG, you feel me? Like, getting into that, like, I always had my own name, like, just him being who he is, or my mother being who she was just extra, you feel me?
Real talk.
It was just extra, you feel me? It was like, damn, this is another reason to just be mad at this motherfucker. Like,
wow, man. So when people start saying like, that's what they start calling you around Harlem?
I mean, in Harlem, I never really got like backlash from Harlem. Like, Harlem, I did so much for Harlem in my era, like, of a young nigga coming up. Like, long story short, like, in the penal system, in the adolescence, I ran that. And at one point in time, they didn't look at Harlem niggas as aggressive. They didn't respect Harlem niggas. You feel me? There was a chosen few of Harlem niggas that was in the adolescence with me that had a name and was holding their own, but the vast majority was Bronx and Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when we came with the Harlem Revolution and had a little meeting and said, listen, every house in this motherfucker need to be a Harlem crib. Or niggas ain't eating, niggas ain't dressing, niggas ain't getting on the phone, niggas ain't doing none of that, you feel me? I was a part of that, like, changing history. Now, Harlem niggas is respected. Like, I'm just speaking from my era. I don't know what they was doing before me. When I first got to the island,
Rikers Island,
yeah, C-74, the adolescents,
yeah.
There was a very few amount of Harlem niggas that was running shit. And when I came in to play and I brought YG to the table and I brought everybody together,
wow.
I asked niggas about it, man. Like, a lot of niggas wasn't good. A lot of niggas was just good because I was fucking a bitch from their block, or I got some type of money with their brother, or like they had to come at me with all kind of different reasons to save them. Like, there was a lot of niggas that wasn't good, but you know, they legends now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So how did you make that conversion from the street nigga to the rapper? Because you are a rapper, correct?
Yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm a manager.
Everything, huh?
CEO, my own little company.
What's the name of your company?
Trade GMG.
Trade GMG.
Yeah, Trade GMG.
That's dope.
So it's like, I mean, like, Trade G Music Group, and like how I transformed over was like the whole time I was in jail, because I did like a few years in juvenile, and then I did like almost 7 years in prison.
Wow.
So the times that I was away, I was writing. I always wanted to be a rapper. Like, a lot of people would tell you, like, I was in talent shows, doing all that since a youngin'. Like, I can remember 98 rapping with the older niggas, going in ciphers with the older niggas from my block, from Webster Projects. You feel me? In the Bronx. And in Johnson Projects in Harlem, like, in ciphers with grown men, rapping about street shit, and they looking at me like, damn, like, why is your imagination even making you rap like this? But little do they know that shit was in my crib, you feel me?
Oh, wow.
A lot of people thought like, man, this nigga's rapping this gangsta shit. You know, Little Bow Wow was out. Everybody wanted the a kid that, you know, little pretty ass kid for the ladies. Oh, do a little Harlem shake. All right, that shit was cool. But what I was rapping about, managers, like, shout out to Keizo, he gave me a shot when I was younger. They was like, you too rough, you too hard. Like, I can't sell that image. That's why when the Chirac movement came, it opened the door for me because I was rapping like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody wasn't taking me and rap serious my whole life until Chicago kicked the door down and the sound, the familiar sound, because it wasn't the same sound, but just the aggressiveness and the rawness and
that gritty street.
We ain't really have nobody since DMX. You really want to get technical, like raw gutter, I'll bite your mother ear off, like that type of nigga ain't come since X. And when I'm talking like that, they like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it took for Chicago to come through to let niggas like me, like Bobby Shmurda, like niggas that was rapping like that through the door.
So wow. So would you? What influence do Chicago artists have on you? I should say.
What they got on me is just I could relate to the lifestyle. Like,
wow, that's
I've
dope.
been shot twice. I've been stabbed up. I've been cut in the penal system, going to war, different gangs. I went to war with every gang damn near known to man.
Name a few of them. The Crips.
Bloods,
Latin Kings.
the Tribus, the Trinitarios. At one point in time, even though those are my niggas, like, went at it with them because it was a respect thing. You coming into something and you your own thing and it's not branched off of no other game. People have a problem with that. Like, what makes this nigga think he could just do what OG Mac did or do what Larry Hoover did? Like, you feel me? Like, what makes this nigga so fucking special? And it wasn't even that I was special. It was just the blessings that I got from my big brother, rest in peace, UF. For me, that's why we Jew gang, you feel me? Like, it was the blessings that I got from him.